Hi guys, Random here, back with a bit more World of Warships. We have Captain QuoNiam sent in a replay in his Tier 6 Normandie. You can see here he's in a Tier 5 and 6 battle. Promises to be good, so let's have a watch and see what we can see. So, enemy team, couple of Queen Lizzies. We got the old mighty Baguette, the Dunkirk. Bayern Koenig, yeah, well, good selection of battleships there, plenty of armour, plenty of firepower. Leander, Nuremberg, Kirov as cruisers, and two Fubukis, a Fushun and a Shinonome, or Shinonomon as Rook likes to call it. So on his team, New Mexi, we got a Normandie, Bayern, Fuso and an Iron Duke. Pensacola, Dallas and Furataka as cruisers, Icarus Ged and two Hatsus. So, yeah, plenty of torpedoes. Plenty of armour there for those torpedoes to hit. And we're using the repay system here. So you'll have to forgive it if it's a little bit... Well, no, in fact, don't forgive it. Come on, Wargaming, sort it out. You know, we want a replay system. You've kind of introduced it into the game and made it worse than it was previously. So please fix this. It would be very useful. So Detected has just popped up. He's cruising along in his little Normandie. It's a nice boat actually, the Normandie. It's a lot of fun, especially in the operations. So zooming in, and he's looking at that Kirov. And I can hear his mouth watering. Yes. He's going, nom nom nom, I want to eat you. So, he's lining his shot up. He lets loose. The shells are in the air. And, well, could have been better. You know, RNG didn't smile on him for that one. But it wasn't for lack of trying to aim, because I think he was pretty much spot on there. It was just dispersion that let him down. So we've got the Hatsu pushing the centre cap at the moment, calling for help. Hatsu, you are on your own there with naught but a Ged who is running away. Meanwhile, a nice citadel on the Kirov sort of teaches him that don't mess with the French. Yep. Barbecue on deck. Fire. So secondaries picking up a defend flag there. Got to be careful because that destroyer will more likely than not be sending torpedoes. It's just a question of who at. Yeah, he's flicking in and out there. This is on his version of the replay. And I appreciate that zooming in and out might be a little bit hard on the eyes, but it's good to see what he was actually doing. So he's looking around there, he's looking for that Kirov. You know, he's tasted blood and he wants more. So, thinking about it, Kirov is reversing. Oh, silly Kirov. Why would you do such a thing? Yeah. The ship that has taken most of your health is still here. And that's good night, Kirov. So, first kill of the match there. Good job. So we're down 2 ships on each team. Friendly team have lost 2 destroyers, which is a little bit of a shame because they're losing the spotting advantage there. But, yeah. 2 cruisers off of the enemy team should help the remaining 2 destroyers. So the B cap has been taken. So, yep, that's gone. Another lovely hit there on that Koenig. So, yep. He's conscious of that Fushun there. Fushun did fire his torpedoes not that long ago, but Pan-Asians do have a habit of having a pretty quick reload, so need to be a bit careful about him. And yep, he's lining up and boom, there we go, 1900 off of the Fushan. So of course he's changing direction there, because yeah, there is a destroyer, and the destroyer will no doubt have sent torpedoes. So yeah, wise choice indeed to change the direction your ship is travelling, especially those deep water ones, because they don't appear until the last minute. You have to be a bit careful of them. So on this flank we have a Furiteko, a Fuso. Got the Hatsuharu chasing after the Bayern by the look of things. Over on the eastern flank we've got a Gare de Dallas, an Iron Duke, a Pensacola and a New Mexico doing what appears to be a waltz down in the corner. We have the Yolo Bayern going straight into the centre cap, and a Shinonome just appeared on the map. So you can guess what the Shinonome's done, can't you? Yes, he will have sent torpedoes. So, yeah, Queen Lizzie down there with the Bayern. They're having their little dance. So, shots away again there. Do we get a decent hit? We got a bounce. So, So, the Bayern and the Queen Lizzie decide to call it mating season and clonk into each other, which may or may not have been a good thing. Friendly team sitting one ship up at the moment, so that's not bad. Shots out at the Bayern again. Bayern's presenting a better profile there, yeah, 72-20 I think that was. Got an overpen there, which is a little bit of a shame. So he's probably got enough time once he's reloaded to get him over the island. Maybe. Yep, looks good. So C cap is being taken by the Furitaka. The enemy team have got 2 caps. They have a nearly 150 point lead. It's hard to see how this one is going to work out well, but I'm told it does. So we shall see. Excuse me. Shinonome appearing there for a moment and taking out the Furitaka. A mysterious looking smokescreen just appearing in front of us there. Well, we know that's going to be the Pan-Asian destroyer, Fushan, so we know what he's going to be doing. So yeah, our chap QuoNiam has been pushed out of the cap. So at the moment, the enemy team have got a 2-ship lead. How did that happen? Poor choices is probably the best description. So Dunkirk's down over there, which is good. New Mexi burnt him out. But Dunkirk did take the Gerd. So now it's 3v5. This Fushan is still there. And you can tell what he's doing. He's angling. You know that he's trying to get the other torps off. Shinonome there. So which is the lesser of two evils? Out of these 2 ships, I want to make that choice. Fushan, yep, here come the torpedoes from the Shinonome. Both sets, and the third, there we go. So the Fushan torps are going to be next. We've got 2 fires going. He's not chosen to use damage con yet, which is probably for the best. There go the Fushan's torps. And there goes the Fushan. Nice. 3v4. That Shinonome's still in that smoke, thinking, oh, I am in my smoke. You cannot see me. At the moment, that Shinonome is kind of making a bit of a mistake if he sat still. Because the minute he appears, which he's likely to, if he's still in that smoke, he's likely to appear fairly shortly. There we go. Gets the guns round. It's loose. Nice. 9k off of that Shinonome. There are the torps. QuoNiam was expecting those, you can tell. He's already turning. He does have the rather glamorous passenger liner camo on, which, you know, he should be complimented for. Certainly my favourite one out of the Normandie camos. Fuso helps out there, takes out that destroyer, leaving 2 battleships and a cruiser. So the Queen Elizabeth, the Nuremberg and the Bayern. Now the Bayern has run away. It would be a bad idea at this point to be chasing the Bayern. You know, the Normandie is, you know, it's reasonably good speed-wise, but it's not super fast. So if you start chasing that ship, you're going to pull yourself out of the match. So you can see what Quo's doing here. He's slowed right down. He's waiting for that cap to turn. You know, because battleships should be capping, as we all know. You know, certainly not the destroyers. To be fair, the destroyers were trying, but didn't go quite according to plan. So, Quo lets out a salvo from all 3 sets of those 4 guns. Gets 2 pens, 3 pens and an over pen. Pushes him up to 85k, well 85.7k on damage. Yep, that Bayern has just become an artificial reef. Nice. Okay. 2v2 now. Fuso and a Normandie versus a Nuremberg and a Queen Elizabeth. Now we don't know what health that Queen Elizabeth is on. I think it was New York that they were having a fight with, or no, New Mexico. Beg your pardon. So, getting a nice compliment there from somebody who's still watching the match. He's detected, that means it's probably the Nuremberg. Queen Lizzie is a big, slow old beast. The ship, not the person, I should clarify. So he's not quite sure where he's going to be. I mean, he's hedging his bets here and keeping his guns over the port side, because that's where the Nuremberg was last seen. But the Nuremberg, albeit it has torpedoes, it will need to get into visual range. There it is. Good lord, it hardly moved. Yeah, we'll need to get into visual range to actually use those torps. So, shots out on the Nuremberg. Yep, the shotgun approach of the British battleship, which, yeah, isn't down to the player. It's just, again, dispersion on the guns. So, no such luck hitting the Nuremberg. But he's pushing the cat. The Fuso is slowly coming this way. You know, the Fuso's not a bad ship speed-wise, so hopefully he'll get over here and catch up. Because depending on what happens with this Nuremberg, you know, bearing in mind Nuremberg could pop out from behind that island and dump some torps. So we're sitting at the moment, well, 450 points behind the enemy team, but they do have 2 caps going now. The enemy still have the A cap, so do the sums, folks. Is there time for it to turn? I'm thinking probably not, because the lead, yeah, is more than twice 300. So, okay, Quo's playing the waiting game here now. So he knows that Nuremberg was sailing up this way. He also knows that the Queen Elizabeth is probably going to be somewhere around either the middle or south of A from the direction it was going. If it's turned directly towards him, it will be somewhere in the middle. If it's kept going, it will be somewhere towards the south. So questions are, where will it be? Right, the plane has been sent up. That tells you where the Nuremberg is. So Mr. Nuremberg is just round this island. It looks like he might have... Yep, he's got his spotter up. So Quo is detected. But I expect the Nuremberg thinks he's being a bit clever. And everything's fine. You know, I can see where you are, Normandie. You cannot see me. Well, no, the minute you launched your plane, actually, you gave your position away. So, where do we think he might be? Well, he's going to be centre to the plane's arc there. So, the plane is arcing around here. So, he's going to kind of be here, isn't he? We've got a fighter up. That could be from a previous ship. Well, no, unless the spotter maybe could be from the Queen Elizabeth. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we're contesting A now, which stops the enemy team getting any more points unless they sink an enemy ship, i.e. Quo or the Fuso. So there come the torpedoes, so we know for definite that is the Nuremberg round there. Absolutely for definite. And we've got 2 spotters up. So they've got direction centre for catapult aircraft. It's going to be the Queen Lizzie. The fighter is on the Nuremberg, I believe. In fact, I'm almost certain. Almost. This is Jingle's levels of accuracy here. So, A, Capt. But they've started to Capt B. And we can see a fighter going around over at B. So we know that's going to be the Nuremberg. Not only because it's got a fighter, and I'm pretty sure that's the ship that has the fighter. Yep, there's the Queen Lizzie. Now that Queen Lizzie is a problem. But we've got Quo and Dragonbane, who are on reasonably good health. Not full, but, you know, 3/4, thereabouts. Which is pretty nice. That Queen Lizzie was on pretty much full health. I say was because it's now on pretty much half health. So there goes the Confederate. So, yeah. 97, we'll call it 98,000 on the damage there. He's tanked 819,000. There's the Nuremberg. So he's lining his shots up. The Nuremberg is trying, correctly, we should add, he's trying to get the caps back. Oh, I bet he wishes he'd saved his shot till now. Oh, that's just cruel, Nuremberg. How can you do that to a battleship? Oh, you fired your salvo. Ah, marvellous. I shall go broadside then, and tease you. Well, Nuremberg, the shots were away. Will they make contact? Matter of fact, they did. So that's a high caliber and a dev strike, and his 3rd boat of the game sunk. Sitting at 117,500 on the damage now. 118.5. Got to love them secondaries, haven't you? Got a fire on there now. So it's just going to creep up. So we'll call that 121, 125, 126. You know that this guy is going to get sunk. Yeah, I mean, Normandie's armour is not amazing, but as long as you keep it reasonably angled, this should be game over. And it is.